Hey guys, it is Greg Reese. I'm going to do a little something different today. I live in Dayton, Ohio, and we moved here like maybe a month before the Dayton, Ohio Memorial Day tornadoes. So that was crazy. and I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to show you a few videos first because I got a lot of footage, a lot of content when that happened, everything happened, and I'm gonna tell you a little story. But before I do, I want to show you this main video. I also want to give salute to Sinbad. Sinbad was one of the comedians or one of the celebrities that came here and supported this effort, man. This guy's a stand-up guy. Stand-up also, and I'm not sure of his situation now, so I'm going to look that up. I knew he had a hard situation for the last couple years, life situation, but I mean, he was a great guy. It was great to meet him. He came up here. I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to get back into my perspective of the Dayton, Ohio Memorial Day tornadoes 2019. It's 4 years, guys. 4 years. I don't like to say anniversary, but it's the 4-year mark, and it was horrible. So let me play this, and then I'll be back.
And I want to thank Sinbad for stopping past. He's doing a show this weekend out at Dayton Funny Bone. He took the time out to come through to check on everyone in our community to make sure we're okay. He wanted to see for himself what was going on, not just what we were doing, but he wanted to make sure he see the devastation that happened here so he can pass the word on to everyone throughout who follow him. So we appreciate you stopping past.
Man, please, man.
And I know you have a show tonight, but personally, I want to thank you for coming through here and just taking your time to tell the people of Dayton, tell the people of Trotwood, Brookville, Beaver Creek, how much that you are a real person, that he's not sitting in his hotel room waiting for that show, but he's sitting here, he's coming to make sure everything's happening.
You know what, Dayton, I've been coming here since the 80s. I started coming in the 80s, and he knows, and David knows, this is the home of funk. I've been trying to do a documentary on the funk that came out of here.
Right.
So when it just happened, I was coming here when the tornadoes hit. I'm like this. I'm thinking tornado. I'm from Michigan. We'll get tornadoes.
Right.
But this is almost like hurricane proportions.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can compare it to. Like it's like 13 tornadoes, like one hurricane. And for it to hit in the hood like this, it's already hard enough.
It's already.
Now here, everybody in Dayton got a piece of this way, it jumped over. But this here, how do you recover from it? So I said I want to come in. I know John Legend, all of them are doing great stuff. There's so many people from Ohio doing great things. I want to show a little bit how you can get involved.
Right.
Don't forget about it. And I want to show some of the destruction that went down so people know what's going on.
Right, yeah. So with that being said, I want to thank David Webb here of the Dayton Funk.
The Funk Music Hall of Fame Exhibition Center.
I'll tell you, it's an awesome place. It's an awesome thing that he's doing because we are the home of funk. And this man right here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I don't watch him play the drums. I done seen him. I'm like, oh, this guy here, he loves it. He loves the music.
Yes.
But to come here and knowing what we're going through, there again, we want to thank you. I want to thank him for bringing Sinbad down through here to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. So we want the world to know.
Yeah.
You guys, step up. Don't close your eyes on this because when it happens at home, you're doing the same thing we're doing. We don't believe it, but it happened.
And I want people to know that they already stepped up. They're not sitting here begging and just asking for help. People of Dayton, they started taking care of themselves. That's what got me. I said, people were just dropping water off. I saw cars pull up, were just dropping water in the corner and just going. Not even like, I need recognition for it. They were just dropping stuff off and gone. People were dropping off batteries. I said, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen it happen that quickly and that fast without being asked to help.
Yeah. And the wonderful thing is when you hear that people pull up and say, do you have dog food? We have dog food.
You're right.
We have cat food.
You're right.
We have cat food. We have dog food. We have Pampers.
Yeah.
We have, we have Depends. Yeah, I mean,
Why you look at me? Why you look at me when you said that?
Well,
he looked at me, man. Look at me when you said that, man.
I say that because me and him, you know, no. But we have
Cool.
Friendship Village around here, Maria Joseph around here, where there are seniors who need these things, and there's things that people don't understand that you need. It may be a lot of bottled water, it may be food, but people really need items. So
especially talking about insulin, diabetes, medication.
Yes.
See, that's the hard, man. We used to know dialysis, all that kind of stuff. Electricity, power,
Man. And I tell you, that was a good day. And you see, he had was able to give a little comedy, and maybe throughout the week I need to look and see how Sinbad and his family is, because I know he had a life situation. So I really thank him for supporting that day. Now at this point, when I captured this, I had lived here for probably less than a month, maybe 2 months. I think we came in April, officially in April. So I guess it was about 2 months, but you know, it was devastating. Now I'm gonna show you a lot of things for this next hour or so, but the funny thing about it, I'm actually gonna show you a video right before the tornadoes, and I had no idea, and I'm just gonna show you a little portion of it, maybe about 5 minutes, and I had no idea. No one had any idea. Well, I'm sure someone did, but I didn't have any idea that the tornadoes were about to come. So this was actually the night before, or this was the same night, and I saw a lot of stuff happening. All right, guys. But I didn't know it was going to be a tornado. So, and I actually happened to leave. The tornado was about 3 miles from my current house. I mean, my house where we are. And it hit everywhere. Again, like you said, from Brookville to Beaver Creek, but it was like 3 miles from my house, and I don't know how I would have been if I knew it was a tornado outside. You know, would I be out there getting footage? What would I be doing? I'm not sure. But anyway, this was the start, and I was driving down to Cincinnati at that point. I had a studio which I shared with my mom in Cincinnati, and I was just heading down there that night. So here we go. About to head on down to Cincinnati. You might have just seen that lightning, thunder and lightning. Not sure if you've seen it yet. I'm going to stop by Wendy's first. And I'm going to put on the alarm as well. So I've done this trip and in the daylight, but I've never shown you guys a trip in the nighttime. And I'm gonna speed up just a little bit. Going on. The storm was going, and I want the rain is starting to come. Home is where the house is. Home is where the heart is, actually. So I picked up some limes, came to Dayton, and that's the tornadoes. They're about to come. They're on the way. So I got up, stayed up late, went to bed, got up early, went back to bed. Let's speed up a little bit more. We're going. So the rain is actually coming right now.
777. I made it to combos.
Oh, thank you. The Dayton area. This is quality. I remember one of the first times I came to this Wendy's. Clear. So I'm on the expressway heading down to Cincinnati to the studio, and the storm is on its way. I got my thing back. Let's try to close it because it's kind of loud. There you go. It turns out to be good footage sometimes, but I don't have it. It's not connected to it. So I actually have the whole trip. We're not going to obviously watch that, but you see this is pretty much the whole trip down to Cincinnati. Let's see if I'm down there. I don't know if it was. All right, guys. It was no rain, but we made the whole trip down to Cincinnati, or I did. We did see what we can do. Let's do it. I was filming this on my Now I just hope my lens wasn't blurry. I had a Canon camera. I have the so while I was down in Cincinnati, the tornadoes were moving quick at this point, and I had no idea. So I had woke up. I was actually at the studio, and I woke up, and then I heard reports about a tornado in Dayton. So the first thing I thought of is, okay, well, just like Sinbad just said, okay, maybe that was on the outskirts or something. So I had searched tornado in Dayton, and the first thing I saw was Brookville was a tornado. So I think like tornadoes happen on the outskirts of cities and counties and stuff, whatever. They never happen in the city. So at this point, this video right here, I had no idea. Well, right after this video, of course, I found out. But the footage that's at the beginning, I went straight to Brookville because they said like Brookville School was, I think that's the name, Brookville. They said Brookville School had tornado damage, but I didn't even know the damage I was about to see in the city of Dayton, in the neighborhood and everything like that. So let's listen to this video. Perry Township is where I went to. And imagine, I was here and I thought to myself, this is some devastation. This is crazy. I didn't know what was in store. So I think I had spent the first few hours in Brookville, I believe the city's called, and someone said, "Well, did you see all of the devastation station in downtown Dayton, or not downtown Dayton, but in Dayton?" I was like, "Oh no, it hit Dayton," and I had no idea. So, and then at that point, I started looking at all of this footage, or looking at all of this destruction, and then I started. Someone told me it's in the hood too. It's in the hood too. And I'm like, really? Okay. So I went to the hood, the hood. I went to Troutwood, and this is where I started seeing, like, wow, I didn't believe it. And although that Sinbad video told you about that, that's when I came and I met a lot of people. I'm going to show you a series of videos, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more. But so let's get this here, because this is in Troutwood, and I wish I could show you this whole video. I don't even think I taped it all, but let's go with this. You should have saw this house. It was like these guys are incredible.
Yeah, so we're part of Christian Aid Ministries, based out of Berlin, Ohio. We're actually worldwide. A lot of different organizations that we're involved with, and this is we're part of the Rapid Response here in the States. We have different teams throughout the whole state, so we're part of the Ohio chapter. And our goal is just to be here, be the hands and feet of Jesus, and clean up property. Today we've done, I think it's our 9th project today. We're managing about 50 volunteers, and yeah, we're just here just to help out the community. We don't train for it at all. We just have the heart for it. If your heart's in the right place, you can do amazing things. And we like to work on projects like it's our own house. So we all come with a good work ethic, and a lot of people travel. We have people here from Kentucky, Northern Ohio, all over the state. So they drive a couple hours, so they want to make it worthwhile while they're here. Thank God that you were safe. I know the house and the yard stuff is tore up, but it'll take some time. Things will get back to normal again, and just trust in the Lord, and everything will be okay.
I tell you, you see this yard here. I don't know where my footage is, but this is part of it. The way they were working on this yard, it was like, man, robots. They came here, and within a matter of, I want to say 10 minutes, everything was cleaned. And then you saw this, like, I think I came up close, and they were just moving so quick. And then next thing you know, you saw it like this. It was serious. It was just like that. And I mean, I watched it right before my eyes. And it was just and that's what they did through like a lot of these other houses in the Troutwood area. A lot of damage, and they just start cleaning. Like he said, he did 9 houses, and it was just amazing to watch him work, and it was good. His name is Elmer Sensenig. But I mean, it was just a great thing, man, to see again the community, like Sinbad said, community come together. I want to go here to Alma, this short clip, and then let's do a long clip. I had met this young lady actually twice. Well, actually, I met her once, and then I came to meet her at her house. So here's some information about her story.
Mine is the first one, and this complex actually is the least damaged of all the complexes. But because the structural damage is so bad, they had to condemn them. So I was kind of hoping that it would be repairable, but it's not. So this is what's left. Like, it was so nice. The sad part is that they all were just recently remodeled. Like, this used to be a totally different complex many years ago, and they just updated them, and everything's new. Mine was brand spanking new when I moved in. Nobody had lived in it before me. And so I was the first person. I moved in November, went right when it opened up. So I've only been here 6 months. I was inside with my boys, and I barely made it to grab them out of the top bunk. You can actually see their bunk bed right there.
Wow.
So my oldest boy was in the top bunk, and I barely made it out, like without the window falling on us because it like shot through, and the wind just kind of pushed us into the door. But we did make it to the bathroom, which is right next door, and we just got in the tub and covered up and just waited. Got really quiet and really dark, and it's just like maybe about after 5-10 minutes, like collectively as a neighborhood, we all came out, and you can hear people like whispering, like to make sure if it was okay. And then when we all came outside, it's like everybody had their flashlights, like, or their cell phones, because you couldn't see. And then once we did get the light, it was just like, oh my gosh, it was horrible.
And it was horrible. I mean, I got much more of her story, but today I want to just keep things short so we can get a lot of things in here. Now, I tell you, the arena where you saw Sinbad at the beginning, first of all, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate that. Just kind of recapping my experience with the Dayton tornadoes, the Memorial Day tornadoes, which is the 4th year, marks the 4th year since this happened. I'm going to go to the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. I've seen these ladies in action. They do a lot of stuff. I saw them up there in action. Let's watch this video.
We are Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We're from the Southern Ohio cluster. We represent 3 different chapters of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
I'm Linda Wilson. I'm the president of Tau Lambda Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Trotwood, Ohio.
Trotwood, Ohio.
I'm Yvonne Wilson, the president of Beta Eta Omega chapter here in Dayton, Ohio.
I'm Charlene Truitt Nelson. I served as a 27th Great Lakes Regional Director, but I am from Dayton. And any one of my sorors here can speak. I want to say one thing. I just want to make sure that you know we are the oldest sorority in the world. In this country, we are located both nationally and internationally. Southern Ohio cluster is who's here today represented.
And I am Lynette Hurd. I'm from Westchester, Ohio. I serve as the Great Lakes Regional Cluster Coordinator for the 5 states. We represent Michigan, Western New York, Western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Northern Ohio, and again, Southern Ohio. Alpha Kappa Alpha was born to serve. In 1908, we were born from a seed of service founded by Ethel Hedgeman Lyle on the campus of Howard University. We are hearkening back to that day when we heard the news that there were thousands of people suffering from the wrath of the tornadoes that took place on Memorial Day. We were called to serve because we knew people needed our help. So we rallied very quickly, organized effectively and very efficiently, and the 3 chapters from Wilberforce, from Trotwood, from Dayton all came together and designated tonight as Alpha Kappa Alpha evening to join with others to help people in our community who have a great need. There is such loss, there is so much need, and we're here to serve.
And they do serve. And this was maybe about a mile away from where we were standing. It was just like amazing, crazy devastation.
We were also engaged last night with a fellow Greek Kappa Alpha Psi at Corinthian, where we took water and other supplies for those who were in need as well. We do have members also here from Cincinnati, so I want to say that there are 2 chapters in Cincinnati. They are also represented as we help each other in being Alpha Kappa Alpha women. This is our community. We're taking it personally, and we're here to serve, and we're here because we should be here.
I'm the president of the Trotwood chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha, which is Tau Lambda Omega. I heard about this devastation on Monday evening. We've had several sorors in our chapter who have lost a lot, and they're still out here helping to serve those in need. And that's what we're all about, helping those who can't help themselves and being of service to all mankind.
Yvonne Wilson, we're also thanking the community for allowing us to help them. They've been so gracious in being here with us. We have supplies we brought of our own, the water, also toiletries, other things for needs such as baby items. We're also very grateful for those who dropped those off and helping us serve those communities who've received this devastation this week.
And
we want them to have hope and to know that people truly do care about their life situation. There, but for the grace of God, go we. So our job today, tomorrow, and for however long it takes is to serve and to ensure that they have stability and can rebuild and restart their lives in the way that they wish to, with dignity and with love. We're here to serve them and to support them as much as possible.
And they do.
Yes, we have a Facebook page with our particular chapters, and I'll let the presidents tell their Facebook pages so that others can reach out. We'll be back on Saturday morning, beginning at 9 o'clock, joining with other Greeks who want to provide that kind of help and support to the community. So we're not done yet. We are just getting started. So we want others to join us. We want others to come and receive with love.
You can access Tau Lambda Omega's Facebook page. It's Tau Lambda Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha, and it's on Facebook. All you gotta do is click on there, and you can follow and see all the great things we do for the community. Sora?
Ours is under Beta Eta Omega on the Facebook page, and if you go to that page, you will see all the actions that we're doing and great jobs for the community.
We also have a Facebook page that is connected to the Great Lakes region. You can find out what the 90-plus chapters in Great Lakes are doing. We are sure that on Saturday, buses, vans will be rolling in here from all over those 5 states to assist us. We have, as I said, 90-plus chapters in this region, 5 states, and we also have 5,700 active women in the Great Lakes region. Again, as my friend and Mrs. Hurd said, we are here to serve. This has been done continuously since 1908.
And they serve, and it's been a great pleasure. Even I've done work with them in the Cincinnati area, and when I saw them up there doing work, I'm like, wow. Hopefully, if they didn't mind, I get a chance. And everything you see is something that I've captured with my own cameras. So let's go here now to, let's see, help rebuild. I want to talk, I want to go back to the arena. So I think this is the first one. So let's go here.
My name is Nikki. This is Tasha. We're at the arena once again today, giving support to the community. If you need anything, please come out. We'll be here. Send your friends, family. Just come out. We're here for you. We've been here since this morning. We served breakfast this morning. People have been constantly dropping off supplies. We appreciate the people who have been doing that as well. The support is just unbelievable. It's great that we were all able to come together. I hate that it took such a tragedy, but it's a blessing in the same token.
And also feel free to tag those senior citizen homes or any apartment complexes that may not be able to get out. There's a lot of streets blocked off. If we can get out there, we'll be more than happy and willing to get to those families as well.
Just say we do definitely have you in our prayers. We sympathize, we empathize with you. you know, just please try to stay positive. I know it's hard under these circumstances. Just pray and keep your faith. God will see you through. The struggle don't last long. I know it's going to seem like forever, but the struggle does not last long. Just do not lose your faith throughout it all.
I know you guys are busy, so we'll let you go.
Thank you.
So this video, this was like maybe the second or so video, but one of these videos we sent to the radio station because first they had a small operation and they were doing a great thing either way you look at it. But next thing you know, everybody used their place as a dropping center, and it just was so amazing. And let's do one more here, and then I'm going to go across town a little bit. So here is the Operation Barbecue Relief.
This is Chris Dyer. I'm here up in Dayton, here with Operation Barbecue Relief. We are going to be up here serving hot meals. There's a drive-through for pickup for water and other services. We're going to take over and serve hot meals for any people that need it, individual meals, or any other organizations that are here for cleanup or here for help or here for rescue. Linesmen's, gas guy, you know, any of the teams like that, you can get a hold of us online and find us, and then or come see me directly, and we'll take care of you. The biggest thing you need to know about us is we're Operation Barbecue Relief. This is our first deployment ever in Ohio. The first time ever, and you know, the old one. You know, we are actually though in Oklahoma, Missouri, and Texas right now due to all the flooding and other tornadoes touching down out there. So we are deployed to that. Basically, any organization can reach out to us, and we will offer to feed them via individuals or via a whole buffet line, whatever they need to do. So most of the stuff right now is pickup. So get in touch with us, and we can organize it and have it picked up for you. If you want to volunteer with us, you can. We're glad to do it, but you need to volunteer with us online. So you register with OperationBarbecueRelief.org. You can register with them, and then you'll then come to me, and then we can help out any way we can. Anything we can do. If all of a sudden you have a family of 20, or you know an apartment complex of your 20 that you want to do, let us know. We'll do it individually for you, and we'll take care of you. So just get in touch with us, and then we can try and benefit any needs that you need.
And they did, man. They had meals everywhere. Every time, I mean, it was lines and lines of people that they helped to feed, and it was good to be there. And it was just good to see this happen. Now I'm going to go to I think it was Main Street. Since I'm from Cincinnati, I don't know the areas as much, but I met these ladies on Main Street, and this area was.
Hi, Emma. This is Jesse.
In this area here was. Devastated too. Right behind them, you can see those trees, but somewhere I have actually imagery of this hole, the way the tornado just took all of the trees away, because it was almost like a dip and it went right back up. I wonder if I show it on here. I'm not sure. Have so much footage, never really put anything together like I wanted to, as you see, besides these small short videos. Let's play here.
I'm Emma. This is Jesse. We own the Crazy Redhead Canteen. We're based out of Troy, Ohio. When everything came through and started happening, our family got together, and we just didn't know what we could do to help. And we got with a couple local churches, and they sent us down to here on the corner of North Main and Markey, and we just want to do anything we can. So we're here passing out sandwiches and toiletries and just anything, cold water. Anything that we can think of to help. We just want everyone to know that you're not alone down here. I think as a whole, everybody wants to get together, and we just want to help each other and do anything that we can to make this process any better. Just a little bit of glimmer of hope is all we want to provide. A meal, a hug, pretty much anything.
Yeah, it's just all about coming together. You know, people would be there for us if this happened in our community, and so we just want to do anything we can to help out this community. It's been hit hard down here. You know, it breaks your heart to walk up and down the street, see all the trees everywhere. And, you know, if we can just brighten somebody's day by giving them a meal and so they can keep going on with what they're doing, that's what we're here to do.
You know, we're all in this together. I know we're blessed that we still have that roof over our head, and but we're all alive. We've been, I mean, if you look around, it's hard to realize that you are blessed still, but we are, and we're going to get through it, and anything we can do, we'll be there. Just keep your head up, and we'll figure it out together. We're not going anywhere. We're going to help as much as we can.
And like she said, they were blessed. I mean, it's a lot of things that you can't see here right now, but it was a lot of devastation. Like I said, just behind them, it was a whole community just gone. And it affected everybody. As you see, it was in the neighborhood. It was I think this is maybe an upper class neighborhood, North Main, it's a little bit different than Troutwood in that particular area. And then look at this guy's house. Now, I'm not going to play this full video, but this was Mr. P. Man, we had a nice story. He actually took me through. If I get a chance, I think it's on here, but if I get a chance, I want to take you through his house and some of the things. I'm not going to play this whole video because it's 11 minutes, but I'm going to play portions of it. He allowed me, this is a big house. And these, I mean, it didn't discriminate. It didn't discriminate. So I'm gonna stop it there, but I thank you guys for joining, and we got a little bit more to go through. This video is actually on the channel, the VIP channel. So if you want to see this full video, you can kind of see some of the stuff, the other things that happened. I mean, this was, again, it didn't discriminate. It was low income, wealthy. This was, I believe he said, I don't know, $250,000 house. And if you see all of this area behind him and above, I mean, around him, just excellent houses. And they were hit as well. And it's just stuff you didn't imagine, especially in Ohio, this area. There's a few things, a few more things. Let's see. We got a few. This was driving in the area. I think this is not North Main, but it was maybe a few miles over, like across. I told you it was a valley area that dipped and it went back up. This is a few miles over. So this was interesting, just driving around this neighborhood. A lot of destruction, and the sign was interesting as well. I said, what? But he wasn't playing. And I mean, it was a lot going on. They were looting stores and everything. And that's the thing. It brings out the best and the worst of people. So that's the thing about tragedies, the best and the worst of people. And luckily, it brought out mostly the best in people. What I want to do here is, I want to include AI in everything that I do now. So let's see if I have this here. Dayton tornado outbreak sequence of May 2019. Let's see what they give us. As you know, BART may display inaccurate or offensive information and doesn't represent Google's views, but I kind of think that they're going to give us a good information here. Let's say they're going to give us some good information here. What I'm going to do is get a voice. I was going to read it, but I'm going to let Axel read it. And let's put it up a little bit. Make it fast. And do that. And let's listen, guys. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, being a part, just taking you on a look back. All this footage we captured, VIP, me specifically, but just stay tuned. We have a lot for you.
The Dayton tornado outbreak sequence of May 2019 was a series of tornadoes that struck the Midwestern United States on May 27th and 28th, 2019. The outbreak produced a total of 21 tornadoes in Ohio, including 3 EF4 tornadoes and 2 EF3 tornadoes. The most significant damage occurred in the Dayton area, where the tornadoes caused widespread damage to homes, businesses, and infrastructure. The outbreak also caused 1 fatality and at least 166 injuries. The outbreak began on May 27th, when a line of thunderstorms developed in the Midwest. The storms quickly became severe, producing tornadoes and hail. The most significant damage occurred in the Dayton area, where 3 tornadoes touched down in quick succession. The first tornado was an EF4 tornado that caused extensive damage to homes and businesses in the Trotwood and Dayton areas. The second tornado was an EF3 tornado that caused severe damage to homes and businesses in the Beaver Creek area. The third tornado was an EF2 tornado that caused significant damage to homes and businesses in the Xenia area. The outbreak continued into the morning of May 28th, with additional tornadoes touching down in Indiana and Kentucky. The most significant damage occurred in the Louisville area, where an EF3 tornado caused extensive damage to homes and businesses. The outbreak ended on May 28th, with a total of 21 tornadoes confirmed in Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. The Dayton tornado outbreak sequence was the most destructive tornado outbreak to hit Ohio since the 1974 super outbreak. The outbreak caused widespread damage and loss of life, and it served as a reminder of the destructive power of tornadoes. Here are some of the key facts about the Dayton tornado outbreak sequence. The outbreak produced a total of 21 tornadoes in Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. The most significant damage occurred in the Dayton area, where 3 tornadoes touched down in quick succession. The outbreak caused 1 fatality and at least 166 injuries. The outbreak was the most destructive tornado outbreak to hit Ohio since the 1974 super outbreak. If you live in an area that is prone to tornadoes, it is important to be prepared. Here are some tips for tornado preparedness. Have a plan in place for what you will do if a tornado warning is issued. Make sure you have a safe place to go, such as an interior room with no windows. Have a survival kit that includes food, water, and other supplies. Stay informed about the weather and be aware of the latest warnings. By being prepared, you can help to keep yourself and your family safe during a tornado outbreak.
And that's the thing, that everyone was prepared and they were ready. And again, 1 fatality and a few injuries. Like I said, 166, but 1 fatality. So that was amazing according to the kind of destruction we saw. Now let's move on to another video here. Again, everything I captured, and I tried to put some together, and here we go.
We just wrapped up another day of feeding the community, helping out others out here that cannot be helped right now. We've hot dogs, spaghetti, hamburgers. We have everything that you need right now. We're just trying to make sure that we have each other. We're not out here just to have fun. We're out here to make sure our community is brought back up to the place where we want it to be. And so we're just telling everybody, if you have water, you have food, whatever you have, just bring it up here to help out the community. We're going to be here all week making sure that our community comes back to where it was and to a better state. So just make sure we just got done praying. We pray for everybody's well-being in the night. We're going to pray for everybody wakes up healthy again. And then we're going to have breakfast tomorrow morning. We started with breakfast this morning. And that's the way you start your day off, with prayer, breakfast. Lunch came up here, then we had dinner, and then we made sure that everybody was great. Please. It does not stop today. We'll not stop a week from now. It's going to last. Everybody's house is fixed. Everybody's water's turned on. Everybody's light is turned back on. So please make sure y'all come up and support us at the arena by just donating water, donating food, whatever you can donate. Just donate for us. For those who couldn't make it today, just keep us in prayer. Just make sure that you uplift us in word, spread the word, good things we are doing out here in the community. And for those that are stuck on the side of the road, we will be around. We are sending out cars to bring food, bring water to y'all. For those that are trying to see what's going on, we will be here. Like I said, we're going to keep this going nonstop until we make sure everybody's fed. We don't want nobody not to be fed, especially the little kids, the babies. We have clothes. If you need clothes, we understand we might not have all the newest clothes, but we will have clothes for you that's been donated. So just come out and support, please. That's all we ask, is that you support us so we can help rebuild Trotwood.
And that video actually went back a little bit. This was like the next day, even before the barbecue guys came, the Operation Barbecue. This area here, I'm not sure what this area was, but this was right behind the young lady that spoke, Alma. And this was a drone flight that I had. I was learning how to work my drone. Basic. But look at all this trees and devastation. Those trees are pretty much still like that. That stuff hasn't grown back. This was a river, and it was crazy. This house is still like that. I think Dayton Strong might still be there. Now, some of those apartments back there, they're gone. Like that one directly there, that's gone. Am I going toward it? was my old car, guys, right there. I wasn't an experienced drone operator. Had a little $100 drone, but we got some good shots. Anyway, all right, guys, but yeah, so that was midsection. It was a little bit, that was maybe 10 miles from Troutwood or so. But just again, devastation was everywhere. Devastation was everywhere. Let's see what this is. And this is in Troutwood as well. This is a big church there.
Dayton, Ohio was struck by some tornadoes just a couple of days ago, and this area within Trotwood, especially a little further down the street, was just impacted very hard. People have lost their whole homes, all of their belongings, and right now within this area there isn't water or electricity for many people still. So we're here at Arena. We're giving away, water, cases of water, ice, juice, and hot food to all of those in need in the area. If you can make your way here, all you have to do is drive up. We'll put it in your car for you, whatever you need. If you can't make it here, we have other people who have just rallied together in the community and picked this as a spot because this is a Black-owned business, and these are people from the community rallied together to just bring supplies here as a meeting place, and they are delivering as well. They're going to serve lunch later to those in need as well. So we're just trying to make sure that people have what they need as they're trying to recover from this disaster. I mean, again, people have really lost everything. I witnessed the destruction this morning when I drove down into Troutwood, where the whole top of homes are gone. People's belongings are strewn all over the yards and the street, and we realize that people don't have anything. So we just want to encourage, if you have it, to donate monetarily, or if you just have extra water or food, whether it's hot or cold. People are bringing meat and they're going to cook it here. That you can donate here. This is one of the places that you can give, and it is being directly passed out to the community. As you can see, people are here now getting breakfast. Someone donated hot breakfast this morning. They cooked it in their home and brought it down, and then she went home to make sandwiches for later on today. So people are really coming together here as a community. My parents live right in this neighborhood. I was visiting them to make sure they were okay. I again know the people who own this business, and I decided to come here and spend my day helping others and just doing what I can for the community and for Trotwood.
And again, that was I think that was the one that we sent to the radio station, and then a lot of response came. But again, I went everywhere from Brookville again to Beaver Creek, and I even got some footage in Beaver Creek. I won't be able to show it today. I think North Dayton. Again, I'm not familiar with all of the areas, but North Dayton, I was able to get interviews in North Dayton. So, I mean, it was just an amazing experience, and it kind of reminded me, it took me back to, I used to do what they call eye reporting, and we used to go around and talk to people. We used to go around and talk to people about situations or whatever it was, and so I felt real good doing it. And let's look at a few more videos, and then I'll have some more for tomorrow. I'll try to find some more interviews, and just to let you see what happened 4 years ago. But let's do this. I don't think I have a lot of music on the rest of this, so I'll stay talking. This house is in Trotwood. This house right here, I think this is the one that was there like until early this year. It's crazy. Like this one was toward it. No, maybe this was it. One of them was there forever, you know, so I don't know why that was and what happened, but one was there forever. So here's a little drive through. Just devastation everywhere you go. And then the funny thing, the crazy thing was it would skip some houses. There you go. This house was there forever. But it would just skip some houses. And there you go. Like, look at that house. Nothing. That house. Nothing. And then maybe a little siding off of that house. And it was just the weirdest thing how things happen. And let's see. Let's see what this is. And that's again that area just above, I think it's right on North Main Street. And let's see. Again, a lot of stuff. I think this was, I don't know the area, but it's on the other side of 75 going towards the east. Other side of 75. It was a grocery store there. I think I have some images of that grocery store. This little neighborhood. I don't think this is North Dayton, but it was devastation there as well. And just everywhere you go. Well, that's about it for today, guys. I thank you guys for joining. Just wanted to share some of the footage that I was able to get 4 years ago. And if you're not familiar with Dayton, Ohio, here's a Dayton, Ohio map. And so here, maybe I can tell you some of those neighborhoods I was saying. Like where I just showed you was right here. Okay, Northridge is that middle area. I didn't make it up to Hubert Heights. But Riverside, I'm sorry, I was somewhere in there as well. Trotwood, I was here. Brookville, that's what it is, Brookville. Also went out to Beaver Creek, got some footage of things tore down. Now, it's this one image I got on, I guess it would be Northridge, on Main Street, North Main Street. It was just crazy, man. I'll try to get some more of that up so you can see it. I'll do a part 2, and maybe I'll give you a scheduled time where I'm going to come up. My mom said I need to schedule some times and so you know what's going on. But I appreciate you guys for being here with us today, about an hour. And again, I just, wherever I could, I went to. I even went up to Troy, Ohio, which is way up here somewhere, and we just tried to get footage and tell the story for the people there, and everywhere. And I appreciate you guys. All right, I'm gonna end this with that Sinbad video, and then I want to look up Sinbad and just see how he's doing, because I know he had, oh, one more thing, this Hara Arena, this was a staple. I lived in Cincinnati, but I remember coming up to Hara Arena for something. I don't know if it was events or skating or something, maybe not skating, but types of events. But this was down as well. I don't know, I think it was already closed, but it was definitely blown apart at that point. So Hara Arena, and crazy with the tornado. So let's play this Sinbad again, and then I'm gonna get out of here.
And I want to thank Sinbad for stopping past. He's doing a show this weekend out at Dayton Funny Bone. He took the time out to come through, just check on everyone in our community to make sure we're okay. He wanted to see for himself what was going on, not just what we were doing, but he wanted to make sure he see the devastation that happened here so he can pass the word on to everyone throughout who follow him. So we appreciate you stopping past.
Man, please, man.
And I know you have a show tonight, but personally, I want to thank you for coming through here and just taking your time to tell the people of Dayton, tell the people of Trotwood, Brookville, Beaver Creek, how much that you are a real person, that he's not sitting in his hotel room waiting for that show, but he's sitting here, he's coming to make sure everything's happening.
You know, well, Dayton, I've been coming here since the 80s. I started coming in the 80s, and he knows, and David knows, this is the home of funk. I've been trying to do a documentary on the funk that came out of here.
Right.
So when it just happened, I was coming here when the tornadoes hit. I'm like this. I'm thinking tornado. I'm from Michigan. We'll get tornadoes.
Right.
But this is almost like hurricane proportions.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can compare it to. Like it's like 13 tornadoes, like one hurricane, and for it to hit in the hood like this, it's already hard enough.
It's already.
Now here, everybody in Dayton got a piece of this way, jumped over, but this here, how do you recover from it? So I said I want to come in. I know John Legend, all of them are doing great stuff. There's so many people from Ohio doing great things. I want to show a little bit how you can get involved.
Right.
Don't forget about it. And I want to show some of the destruction that went down so people know what's going on.
Right, yeah. So with that being said, I want to thank David Webb here of the Dayton Funk.
The Funk Music Hall of Fame Exhibition Center.
I'll tell you, it's an awesome place. It's an awesome thing that he's doing, because we are the home of funk. And this man right here.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't watch him play the drums. I done seen him. I'm like, oh, this guy here, he loves it. He loves the music.
Yes.
But to come here and knowing what we're going through, there again, we want to thank you. I want to thank him for bringing Sinbad down through here to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. So we want the world to know.
Yeah.
You guys, step up. Don't close your eyes on this, because when it happens at home, you're doing the same thing we're doing. We don't believe it, but it happened.
And I want people to know that they already stepped up. They're not sitting here begging and just asking for help. People of Dayton, they start taking care of themselves. That's what got me. I said, people were just dropping water off. I saw cars pull up, would just drop water in the corner and just going. Not even like, I need recognition for it. They were just dropping stuff off and gone. People were dropping off batteries. I said, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen it happen that quickly and that fast without being asked to help.
Yeah. And the wonderful thing is when you hear that people pull up and say, do you have dog food? We have dog food.
You're right.
We have cat
You're
food.
right. You're right.
We have cat food. We have dog food. We have Pampers.
Yeah.
We have, we have Depends. You know what I mean?
Why'd you look at me? Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Well,
he looked at me, man. Look at me when you said that, man.
I say that because me and him, no. But we have Friendship Village around here, Maria Joseph around here, where there are seniors who need these things, and there's things that people don't understand that you need. It may be a lot of bottled water, it may be food, but people really need items. So
especially talking about insulin, diabetes, medication.
Yes.
See, that's the hard, man. We used to know on dialysis, all that kind of stuff. Electricity, power, man. I'm gonna get all this up.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. And I'll have to get an update on Sinbad. I was looking for an update and couldn't find one. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'll have a little bit more on the Dayton tornadoes for tomorrow.